welcome. Bang bang, it's reviews with Niall. Bang bang. Those of you'll notice I've got a new turtleneck on. Mummy bought it to me when we were shopping. You said that you bought it for me. I've got to transfer Mummy the money. That's a low blow if I've ever seen one, Mother. Cheap. It's soft, it's cottony, it's like a baby's bottom. Ooh, naughty. Today we are reviewing, bang bang, Sally Rooney's Conversations with Friends. A lot of you out there are requesting I review Sally Rooney's latest novel called Normal People. No, I'm not. Curveball. Oh, avoided that one. Oh, curveball. So yeah, I'm not reviewing that. We're reviewing this. The 2017 notes. I'm like Detective Inspector, like a police officer. Oh, where was the murder committed? Oh, where was you? Were you in the pub with your friends? Where were you? So, it's 2017's Conversation with Friends. It's the debut novel. You can't do it now because we're filming and it'll disturb the ruddy shot. Saying it is the Truman Capote reborn, which was some apple in my tooth. Shot the film, you know, God, silly behaviour. Don't do that again. This is a hot spot, I'll guarantee you. It is a hot, spotty, dotty. Talk about some things. I'm going to read you some bits of the text. We are going to have a hoot up in here. Big things to talk about are the characters. This is a relationship novel. A dear friend of mine, Michael, who I work with at the University of Book Reading, always says to me, read books. This made me think, tick. This made me feel, tick. It's a relationship book about four people, four characters, Francis and a best friend who also, they were lovers. They were lovers. Not lovers anymore. And an older couple called Melissa and Nick. And there's an affair. Naughty. We'll get to that later on. But first of all, it's about this dynamic. All I want you to do is to imagine you are with your partner, you are having food, maybe lunch. And there are two people you're also having lunch with. You're having an affair with one of them. You're kissing the other. You're kissing them. How awkward would you feel? I think I'd feel extremely awkward, as in I probably wouldn't go for the meal. And that's what I thought throughout the whole text. Why are you going for lunch? Why are you doing? Why are you putting yourself in this vulgar circle, this vulgar square, as it were? It's ridiculous, but it made me think, again, going back to the starter, linked to the start, is how I feel. And that's what makes good literature. This is the extract we're going to quickly just read to you now. I didn't reply to that. Bobby and I... Why? Bobby and I had already shared a contempt for the cultures... Oh, I'm not reading that bit because I can't read. I'm sorry, I said again. I lost my temper. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it, said Nick. I didn't know you had a temper to lose. We kept looking at one another. That's the look. That's the look I think it would be. Try not to look at the person asking for change on the tube. You're like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't have any! I don't have any! I'm not talking to you, I was talking to... Question for Sally Rooney if she ever watches this. Why don't you use punctuation? Also, the main character, Francis, email people back. When you don't email people back, it's considered rude. So, email them back. Afterwards, we went to get falafel on Dame Street. We sat in the booth and I told him my mother was coming to Dublin, and the next day we visited her sister. The only reason I've read that bit out is because it mentions falafel, and that's my favourite type of food. I feel like we've got to talk about this vulgar square of characters. Francis and Bobby, and then you've got Melissa and you've got Nick. And as I told you, there's an affair going on. There's an affair. It's not an EastEnders type affair. It's a kind of odd dynamic of these characters, and there's emailing going on. Lots of emailing. Then this links us beautifully to this idea about emotional connection. This is why I found this book so thrilling, was because you feel like you're looking over their shoulder and you're reading their emails. Think, and someone looks, a butterfly, a lamp, a guitar, and you're hiding away from what you were actually seeing, which was their emails. Oh, a quote. Yes, please, Niall. Throw myself into the third person. Who cares? I don't! In times of crisis, we must all decide again and again whom we love. I'm going to cry on my new sweater that Mummy didn't buy me! Emotional intimacy that runs throughout this text, especially between Nick, who is 30 plus, and France, which is early 20s, makes you question society. And I was observing an interview with Sally Rooney, the writer, who is early 20s, and I think is a mastermind in the present, being born into literature in the world. Okay. What was I saying, mummy? What I want to read to you now. Bonus! The bonus. I'll read you this final chunk. You know, I went up to my room and waited for you, right? I mean, for hours. And at first I really thought you would come. It was probably the most wretched I've ever felt in my life. This kind of ecstatic wretchedness that in a way I was practically enjoying. That was beautifully read, Niall. Good boy. No mistakes. And again, this final piece of text within the story, again, it makes us go... And we're looking round at everyone else in the room, or the tube, or the train, wherever you decide to read this piece of text, and we're thinking, how does it make you feel? If you were in that position, how would you feel? Rhetorical question. The review I'm going to give this, when I was rereading over notes and etc, I was thinking a 9. I've gone down. I now think it's a 7.1. It's not a 7. But it's not an 8. It's a 7.1. Or is it? It's a 7.5. It's a 7.5. Character-driven beauty. It's relationship drama. The lack of speech marks drove me potty, but I got on with it. It's wonderful. And all I think you should do is go to your local bookshop and say, one copy of Relationship with Friends by Sally Rooney, because Niall Phillips on YouTube told me to purchase that book. Buy the book. Move the pillow. I'm in bed. I can't sleep. Sally Rooney, Conversations with Friends. It's a 10. Of course it's a 10. It's Sally Rooney's debut novel. It's a ruddy... Mother! I know you're in bed. So am I. It's a 10. It's a 10. I was going to slap myself in the face then, thank God I didn't. I've got filming tomorrow as well. It's a 10.